A standard AI model is a jack of all trades. It knows a little about almost everything. But sometimes you don't want a generalist. You want a specialist, something that nails your exact tone, your industry, your specific task every single time. That's where fine-tuning comes in. Today, let's see how you take a general model and shape it into your model. Welcome back to AI in 5. Here's the core idea. Fine-tuning starts with a powerful model that already understands language, and then trains it a bit more on examples from your specific world. You're not building a brain from scratch. That would cost a fortune. You're taking a brilliant generalist and giving it focused on the job training so it gets really good at one particular thing. The flow looks like this. You start with a base model. You gather a set of examples, usually pairs that show an input and the ideal output you'd want. You run a round of extra training on those examples, which gently adjusts the model's internal settings. And out the other side comes a specialized version that has absorbed your patterns, your style, and your preferences. So what can fine-tuning actually teach? A few things really well. Your brand voice, so every reply sounds like your company. Niche vocabulary, like medical, legal, or technical terms it should handle carefully. A consistent output format, so it always answers in the exact structure you need. And a narrow, repeated task that you do over and over, where you want rock-solid, predictable results. Now, this is the big decision people get wrong. Prompting means you give instructions fresh every time. It's instant, cheap, and honestly handles the vast majority of needs. Fine-tuning bakes the behavior right into the model, but it takes upfront effort, data, and cost. So fine-tune when you're doing the same task at high volume, and prompting alone just isn't consistent enough. Otherwise, prompt. Here's the part everyone underestimates. Fine-tuning is only as good as the examples you feed it. You need a curated set of high-quality input and output pairs that show exactly the behavior you want. A smaller set of clean, consistent examples usually beats a giant pile of messy ones. If your examples are sloppy or contradictory, the fine-tuned model will faithfully learn to be sloppy too. And here's a key distinction from prompting. When you prompt, the model itself never changes. You're just steering it in the moment. When you fine-tune, you actually adjust the model's internal weights, those dials we talked about. So the new behavior is permanent and built in. You're not nudging it each time anymore. You've genuinely reshaped what it does by default. So when is fine-tuning truly worth the trouble? When you're running the same kind of task thousands of times. When the output style absolutely has to be identical every time. Or when your prompts have grown into these giant, fragile walls of instructions, and you'd rather just teach the model once and keep your prompts short. Outside those cases, smart prompting usually wins. My honest advice: try to solve it with good prompting and examples first. It's faster, cheaper, and flexible. Reach for fine-tuning only when you've hit a real wall that prompting can't get past. A lot of teams jump to fine-tuning way too early and spend effort they never needed to. Start simple. Escalate only when the problem demands it. So that's fine-tuning, taking a capable general model and training it into a focused specialist that fits your exact needs. Powerful, but not always necessary. Tomorrow, we tackle one of the most important topics of the whole series: hallucinations. Why AI sometimes states totally false things with complete confidence, and what you can do about it. See you tomorrow on AI in 5.